Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randyrhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Mary had a little man.
The fall. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up.
Support gay marriage, and I believe in the definition of marriage being between one man and one woman.
Of course you do. That's anti-gay congressman Aaron Schock. Well, he's a former congressman, so there's some joy in this story a little bit, right? Apparently, anti-gay former congressman Aaron Schock was spotted at Coachella making out with some very buff, decent-looking men over here. Look at this. There he is. There's Aaron Schock, ex-congressman, looking a little, needing... Oh, that does not look like my Friday night. I'll tell you that right now. No, it did not. So there you have it. He does not want gays in the military, but down his throat, yes.
Hey, Randy, where's his hand in that picture?
Can you make that a little lower? What?
I was going to say, where's his hand in that picture?
Where is his hand in the... Oh, in the nether regions of a man's trunks. Look at that there. I wish I was having that much fun. I'm not A, at Coachella. B, I don't need a shave. And C, I'm not anti-gay. And none of this good stuff happens to me.
I was about to say, maybe if you're an anti-gay congressman, it would happen, but no.
Right. So maybe I need to run for Congress.
Guys,
then
they were Greek-Roman wrestling. You guys are totally misunderstanding this.
So not in the, no Greek-Roman wrestling, naked at in the military. But down my throat, oh yes, do it. I will. He's anti-gay marriage, everybody, but he's not anti-gay making out to the sounds of like Tame Impala or DJ Snake.
I mean, we kind of knew with the whole Downton Abbey office that he had.
But you see, this leads me into this now, okay? Because all these anti-gay people seem to be suppressing some urge. Don't you think so? Don't you think the most homophobic people in the world are suppressing? I think that they have some self-loathing thing going on, that if they were at Coachella and a sweaty man came up to them, a la Aaron Schock, that they would go for it, and this somehow would rattle their world. This somehow would end, their being able to be themselves, locked up in a mental cage, and this is their comfort zone. I don't know, but this is happening now to Pete Buttigieg. All right, Pete Buttigieg was doing a little rally with some supporters here. And, Pete Buttigieg, in case you don't know and you're just learning how to spell his name, it's a good thing to learn how to spell his name. He had to do it as a youngster, which is probably why he's a Rhodes Scholar, because if you could spell Buttigieg at like 5, you got a good shot at doing well on LSATs. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Buttigieg was out talking to some of his supporters, and a very homophobic, anti-gay, I don't know if this is Aaron Schock post or pre-Coachella, apparently went to this rally. Buttigieg is obviously an out gay man. Brilliant. Did you know that he speaks multiple languages? I retweeted, if you follow me, at Randi Rhodes. Pete Buttigieg sent his thoughts, his sympathies, his love to the people of France on the loss of the roof and various other parts of Notre Dame, the cathedral, the church, which our president calls a museum. All right. In French. Apparently he speaks like 5 or 6 languages. I mean, it's very impressive, I have to say. Can you imagine having a president who not only speaks multiple languages fluently, but can also spell Buttigieg? Wow. What a change that would be. But anti-gay people are showing up to protest Buttigieg.
Somebody very much enjoying the first year of married life. I would say freedom is what's at stake in the idea of whether a county clerk gets to tell you who you ought to marry. Speaking of things, hello again.
Hello.
Speaking of things that are at stake that do not belong to a single political party. The good news is the condition of my soul is in the hands of God, but the Iowa caucuses are up to you. Our marriage exists by the grace of a single vote on the U.S. Supreme Court. And on this 10th anniversary of Iowa breaking some ground in that regard, I would like to say thank you. Yeah, we got it. Promise you, we got it. Remember the beauty of our democracy. Everyone here gets the exact same voice and vote.
He handles it really well. He really does. He handles it really well. And he was saying, that he expects more of this. And he was also saying, look, if you can't handle it, you shouldn't be doing this. I think he's up for the task. I just got to say, he's very impressive. And, of course, if Fox News is trashing him, then all the better. I want him. I want him even more. So keep talking, Tucker.
Even by the naughty standards of the news media, this is a new level of political commitment. They don't just want to vote for this guy. They want to consume him like a hearty stew. Every last drop of Buttigieg. Yup.
You mean like Aaron Schock at Coachella with his male, his male paramour? That's how they want to consume Buttigieg, right? Right, Tucker? Why? I think he has an issue, personally. I do. I think this is why he overprocreates. I think he's got 40 children or 50, something like that.
They're all in.
Listen to that voice. Just listen to him talk about Buttigieg. I mean, his voice gets really masculine. It's very, very deep. It's full of the bowels of testosterone. What?
Even by the naughty standards of the news media, this is a new level of political commitment. They don't just want to vote for this guy. They want to consume him like a hearty stew. Every last drop of Buttigieg. Yum. They're all in. What's going on here exactly? Who is this guy? There are a lot of liberals running for president right now. Why would the 37-year-old mayor of some third-string Midwestern city, no offense, but that's what it is. Why would that guy stand out? Why is he more impressive than, I don't know, Senator Cory Booker or former Governor John Hickenlooper? Or for that matter, any of the approximately 11,000 progressive Democrats running for president at the moment.
Oh, this is good for us. I mean, they understand that Buttigieg is an attractive candidate in many ways. Now, I have to say, the more I look at our candidates, the happier I am. However, I do have an issue, and this is big. Yesterday, there was a New York Times article yesterday that was talking about that the Democrats, the elite, don't say Democrats, elite Democrats, okay? The elites are agonizing over Bernie Sanders' momentum. They are literally, the words in this article will make your skin crawl. If you read this article and you care about you picking the nominee for our party and not the elites, yet again, inserting themselves into picking the leader of our party, then this is going to make you have some sort of a stroke, okay? This really pissed me off last night. The New York Times article, it's in the homework today. It's called Stop Sanders Democrats Are Agonizing Over His Momentum. And in this article, there are words like thwart, there are words like take Bernie out, stop Bernie, and it's these think tanks, okay? It's not just the CAP, what's CAP? Something action. It's the Podesta people, okay? This is really big corporate money. They took money from the United Arab Emirates. They take money from any big corporate donor, and I mean, really, it's an interesting, organization. They do produce really good studies. They do produce some very useful information. I'm not saying they don't, but their funding is definitely corporate. And it isn't just them. It's also Media Matters, David Brock, that are going to insert themselves to denigrate Bernie's candidacy before we've even had a debate again. And I got to tell you, they must be worried that Bernie could win. They must be worried because they don't want the playoff games to determine who goes to the Super Bowl, which is how it works, unless you're an elitist. See, when people have money riding on the Super Bowl, and they definitely have money riding on this game, they bet. They bet heavy. Go to RandiRhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.